because whoops, I don't mess up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Seal the Deal. I'm Janelle,
I'm Mike.
and today we're going to be reading your comments about like overspray, things like that. Basically, responding to the comments where you guys are saying we messed up.
I don't mess up.
So the first comment is who's repaving the sidewalk? That's not coming off. And then kind of some similar comments are whipped out the overspray board a little late, huh? Why does it look like you totally got it all over the concrete behind you at the beginning? What do you tell the customers when he asked you about the tar and the cement? Whoops. Just painting on it. What about potholes?
Overspray on the sidewalk has never really been an issue with me because it's so light. My commercial customers don't notice it. And if it comes to it, I will power wash it off.
I will say, like, the videos sometimes pick it up, but if you look at it from other angles, I mean, sometimes even on the camera, it just looks darker because it's dirt. Someone said, why would you pull the tar instead of pushing it? Way too much energy used pulling it.
Okay, the reason I pull it is I have better control pulling it. If I push it, I could get caught up on some crack fill material that may be there or a rough asphalt, and then I'm going to have a problem with it splattering all over the concrete.
And we can fix splattering.
I take a wire brush and a little bit of water. If I catch it in time before it dries, it's easy to clean off. If not, it takes a little bit more elbow grease, but it can be cleaned.
Someone else said, terrible job. We always remove the parking blocks.
Do not remove the parking blocks. That is a PIA. If you know what that stands for, you'll know what I mean. But I just brush around them. I mean, it's just so much easier to do that. Those things weigh 200 pounds, and it's not hard if you have two people. I'm old. I don't want to do that anymore. Thank you.
So there, we've also done like asphalt patches before, and this one was specifically for a driveway that I helped film. And some of the confusion in the comments is partially my fault because I didn't include this part in the videos that I edited. But someone said no tack coat or edge tack seal. First rain and it crumbles. There's also good job. Imagine if you were able to use hot asphalt, which we did. And then
We
also
did.
you're missing the tack coat around the edges. But that's partially my fault because he did put crack fill around the
Right.
asphalt. And I didn't include that in the video.
Yeah, we always do a water barrier around the patch to keep the water from seeping in because then it would just deteriorate it again. Water would get down in between the old new asphalt and cause more cracks. So that's why we do that.
And then someone also said for that should have put down a new base, maybe pea gravel.
Pea gravel's never a good base, number one, because it's loose and it'll move underneath the asphalt. You want to use like a 21A crush and run, something that has some dust in it, or we call it fines, so that when you roll it, it compacts. Pea gravel or number 57 stone by itself, not a good idea.
So why didn't we put a base down in that one?
They already had a base there, so we weren't going to mess with what was there.
Oh.
It wasn't going to disturb the ground.
Someone also said uneven spraying, overspray, let's do quality work here, which let me defend him for a second because when he's spraying parking lots and driveways, he will go over a spot and then go down halfway to go over half that spot again. That way it has like two coats on it. So I don't know what you mean.
I do a 50% overspray. When I make one pass to the left, I come back over that same pass to the right. And then when I come back and go over to the left again, I'm 50% over what I just did.
Yeah. And then there was, going back to one of the parking lots we did, there was some wet dirt. So people were saying, great sealer, sticks to the wet dirt in the corners, roll eyes emoji. And then love how the prep was done. We'll leave the dirt and go over it. Nice.
No, Sealcoat won't stick to dirt. That's why when I use my cut brush, my 36 inch, not my cut brush, but my 36-inch brush, rather than a squeegee, if I do come across some dirt that was missed in the cleanup, I can take it and work it back and forth and work it into the asphalt and get the dirt up.
And then also, like, we did do prep on that one. Like, it looks like it's a lot more dirt than it is because it had rained before. But, like, we did brush it with a wire brush and stuff to try to get some of the dirt out.
Actually, the water will help it stick to the mud or dirt, whatever you want to call it. If it's wet, the seal coat will stick.
Which, and yeah, if it was a case where it wouldn't have stuck to the asphalt, you would have seen it when he sealed over the dirt patches in the video because it would have just shown the dirt instead of the seal coat.
And that's why I take the brush, and if that happens, I'll take the brush and work it in to make
Mhm.
sure I get a good adhesion there.
So then this one's kind of more of a compliment than a negative thing, but I thought I should bring it up anyways, because it leads into another kind of mess up that happens sometimes that we can fix. And he said the pullback at the end to prevent any overspill, #skills. And then I thought that was a good one to bring up because sometimes crack fill does get on concrete, and that's actually easier to get up than I would say with seal coat, because if you let it cool, you can just kind of pick it up off the concrete.
Yeah, it's a rubberized material, so if it gets on the concrete, you don't even have to take a wire and brush. You can just take your hand with a glove on it, obviously, and rub it, and it'll pull right up.
Yeah, it might like take a while because it's stretchy, but you can get it on. But someone said fix the cracks first, but it was like an alligated area. But it's basically they call it like alligated cracks because it looks like alligator skin, right?
Yeah, like the back of an alligator is just cracked all over.
And so like it makes like a bunch of like tiny little squares, basically, like all the cracks. You really need to replace the asphalt in those spots. So crack fill is not really going to help it all that much because there's just already too many cracks.
You go around the alligated area. Let's say you got an area that's like 6 by 4. I'll just go around the perimeter to try to keep it from spreading more until the customer decides they want to pay the money to repair it. Right.
Yeah, but like, so the reason we don't crack fill all of those areas is because it really needs to be replaced, and we just don't want to like take people's money and say that the crack fill is going to fix it when it's not.
That's true.
People reply to that because specifically with the one they commented under, the person that hired us didn't want crack fill; they just wanted seal coat. So they did have some cracks, but someone replied and said, "I'm willing to bet the owner doesn't want to pay for that." And basically, that's true because they just didn't want crack fill; they just wanted seal coat. And we're gonna do what they asked.
That is also true.
So next week we're going to be talking about the physical demands of the job and basically responding to your comments. Some of you have sometimes given us weather advice if it's going to be really hot during a week, and then some people have asked about like him sweating, how much he sweats.
I'm not sweating enough, obviously.
Thank you guys for watching this episode, and we'll see you again next Wednesday.
And remember, if you don't use Seal the Deal asphalt maintenance, it's your own asphalt.
Bye.